You're listening to The Joe Cronin Show, a wrestling podcast with attitude.
You should subscribe down below for daily wrestling videos, news, live streams, and everything else we do here. But we have to talk about just a few things here, not a whole lot of crazy going on. Steve Austin is praising Seth Rollins, wants him to turn up the entertainment factor. Steve Austin says he said this on multiple locations and podcasts, and recently, according to Flair, Austin putting over Rollins on Raw. He got the Beast Slayer more over than anything. I don't agree with that. I think Seth Rollins has been and is as over as he's going to be, and Stone Cold trying to put him over, to me, is just cringy. I don't think it's actually doing what they wanted to do. I think it's just kind of exposing how desperate they are to get somebody over. That's my opinion, because otherwise I haven't really seen a hell of a lot out of anything extra. I think Seth Rollins is a solid 7 out of 10, really like a great entertaining wrestler for the most part. But as far as that sort of entertainment factor with Seth, it is gone as far as anything outside of wrestling. If he's not wrestling, then it's not fun. But also, every time he wrestles, he's always bandaged up or broken leg or something like that. So even his wrestling has become kind of boring, because it's always the same story with the underdog's broken leg or something. And that's not his fault, but it's just really bad. So Seth Rollins' wrestling ability in the ring has taken a step back because it's always the same thing we get from him. And his entertainment factor has taken a step back as well. Seth Rollins was the most entertaining when he was playing a heel, which is crazy. I never thought we would actually get to be saying that, but that's what it is. As a heel, I'm gonna kill him, John. He was a much better heel now looking back on it than he has been as a face. So that is a huge a negative, just a sad negative on the situation with Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins is not the guy. He isn't the guy, unfortunately. And that's too bad, because I really thought he would be. A long time ago, at least. Or at least I thought he would be high. And you know what? He really is the guy in a way. He's the guy that should be the Intercontinental Champion. He's the guy who should be doing this stuff. But he never could cross that threshold. Even Shawn Michaels, when he was a mid-card guy, at some point he got on the mic and he'd say, "I'm the Heartbreak Kid." And it was like, it actually felt like somebody was real. What does Seth Rollins do? You know what I mean? It's me, Seth Rollins. It's just like, I don't know what it is. It just doesn't work with him. For whatever reason it is, I can't tell you. The guy would be at the top of the mid-card if he was there. But as a WWE world champion type of guy and the face of the company type of guy, it just doesn't work. I don't know why. He's just not that. Doesn't work. And it didn't work with Bray Wyatt. It didn't work with Dean Ambrose. It doesn't really work with Roman Reigns, despite they put the most into Roman Reigns of any of these guys. It just doesn't work. None of these guys have worked, and it continues to not work. For whatever reason that is, I think it's about their character and what they're allowed to do and what they're told to do. Mostly, it just does not work. Rowan got a name change the other day. He's not Eric Rowan. He's not Rowan. He's Eric. So they added Eric back into the name, so I assume that they're just going to start calling him Eric now, as opposed to Eric Rowan. I don't know what the reason for that is, but I can't believe they're going to want to call him Eric Rowan. So adding Eric in, I believe they're taking Rowan out. So they're going into Eric, because Rowan sounds too much like Roman, maybe. And he's in this storyline with Roman. So people are confusing when you're saying Rowan or Roman. That's my only guess. So they decided to go with Eric. I don't know. I'm assuming that that's the major reason. I honestly don't blame them for that. It kind of is confusing. But, and with how much they change names anyway, well, there you go. WWE is planning on increasing takeover events, but it's not like crazy like you think. WWE may be adding 1 or 2 NXT takeover events, which I'm okay with 1 or 2. No more than that, though. Any more than that, and we're going to lose this special thing we have. Although I kind of like it the way it is now, but I would be in favor of... You could definitely get me to say, yes, add one more takeover event. I would definitely agree. Okay, add one more. Two more, I would kind of go, I don't know, two more. Like, that's... But any more than two, though, and I would probably be pissed. But it seems like it is just going to be the one or two. The Rock has also topped the highest paid actors Forbes list. So that's badass. The Rock is just an insane badass. And so that's going to make Tyrese even more upset. He's going to have to sell more of those cars. And things are just going to get worse. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch obviously getting engaged. There was huge news yesterday everywhere. It was blowing up all over the place. I don't care. These people get married, then they break up. I mean, maybe they're going to love each other forever. You know, you never know. I don't care to speculate on it. I don't know anything about their relationship. They seem like good people, and, you know, that's about it. I'm going to say that he cheats on her in 2 years, though, and then it ends in 2 years he cheats on her in real life in 3 years. I'm just going to be negative and say that. But no, in honestly, in real life, I mean, like, we don't know these people. I don't know who they really are. You know, so I don't want to comment on it. You know, I had no idea. I don't know who. You know, we didn't know who Cena and Nikki were going to be, and what they were going to do. So interesting. They're dating. Hope it doesn't really cause problems in the back if there's ever issues. It's something that can be kind of a pain in the ass when you think about that. Steve Austin does say he wants Seth Rollins to turn up the entertainment factor on Seth Rollins to turn up the entertainment factor. So even Stone Cold Steve Austin wants Seth Rollins to turn up the entertainment factor. Boy, wouldn't we all like Seth Rollins to turn up the entertainment factor. But anyway, last night on Throwdown, we had one of our largest live audiences ever. That was insane. We went from, we usually have about 400 people watching. But last night we had about 700 live. I mean, we beat monetized this numbers last night. It was so crazy. And tonight's going to be part 2, baby. It's going to be friggin' part 2 tonight. Monetize this tonight at 11 p.m. over on my other YouTube channel, Corrupted Nation. Come on over there. Feel free to subscribe if you like the non-wrestling stuff that I do on YouTube. And I will see you there. Otherwise, as far as Rollins and whatever, what do you guys think about all this stuff? Do you think Rollins can ever be this guy? Who do you think is the number one guy in the company right now? Is it Bray Wyatt? You know, what do you think? Leave it below. Here's some other videos you might have missed, and I will see you tonight from Monetize This. And also, shout out to Jack101. What up, Jack? He became a $20 patron today, and at the producer level, actually. And he's hearing all the VIP and all the audio on Patreon. So 30 hours of bonus content a month for you patrons, not heard on YouTube. Thank you to the patron group for keeping us going. 383 patrons. We're almost at 400 patrons. We get to 400, and I'm doing something crazy. I think I might shave my whole face. All right, I'll see you tonight.